Have you ever told a lie so small you barely noticed? A compliment you didn't mean, an excuse that wasn't quite true. Why do we do that, even when we have no reason to? The answer isn't about morality. It's about survival, identity, and your brain. The first time you lied, you were probably 3 years old. Your mom asked what you did at preschool, and you said, "We read books," which wasn't true, but your mom beamed. "Oh, you love reading, huh?" Just like your grandpa, and then you felt proud. Reading was good. You liked your grandpa. Therefore, you decided you liked reading. That compliment wasn't true, but it helped you form an identity. And ever since then, your brain has been rewriting stories to protect that identity. And you're not alone. Research shows the average person lies 1 to 2 times a day. Most of these are prosocial lies, little white lies that help us get along. You say, "That is great," when your friend tells you a bad joke to make them feel good. You tell your boss you finished a project, when really you just started it. You agree to a second slice of pizza even if you are full, because saying no would be awkward. These lies aren't logical, they're emotional, and while they might seem harmless, they're actually a form of self-deception. You're telling yourself your opinion doesn't matter, that you're always available, that you never make mistakes. In other words, you're building a false reality. And if that sounds bad, it's because it is. 80% of people who lie to others also lie to themselves. They rewrite their reality to protect their self-image. And that leads to terrible decisions. If you think you're always right, you won't listen to opposing views. If you think you're always available, you'll burn out. If you think you're perfect, you'll stay stuck. But why? Why do we lie to ourselves? Imagine a scale. On one side, your beliefs, on the other, your actions. If they match, you feel peace. But if they don't, you feel anxious. Your brain hates that feeling. So to restore balance, it changes your beliefs to match your actions. You don't want to read that book, so you tell yourself, "Reading's boring." You skip the gym, so you tell yourself, "Working out's overrated." You eat junk food, so you tell yourself, "Diarrhea is just my body detoxing." In other words, you change your mind to justify your behavior. But is that such a bad thing? Well, only if you do it too much. Here's the thing, most of our actions don't have real consequences. We procrastinate, but we usually finish that project eventually. We lie to our friends, but they rarely find out, so we learn to live with these tiny lies. But that's not always a good thing. After all, life isn't about avoiding discomfort. It's about growth. But if you're constantly changing your beliefs to match your actions, you're closing yourself off to new ideas, new experiences, new truths. You're sacrificing growth for comfort. Here's the bigger problem. The more you deceive yourself, the less you trust yourself. And without self-trust, you can't set meaningful goals, build deep relationships, or make big changes. You're too busy protecting your ego. So are all lies bad? No, some lies protect others. Some lies connect us. Some reflect who we wish we were. But here's the danger. When we lie, even in small ways, we create pockets of untruth in our lives. And the more we fill our lives with these little lies, the harder it becomes to find the truth. So the next time you catch yourself in a tiny lie, pause. Ask yourself, what am I trying to protect? Maybe you don't like the present. Maybe you're afraid of the future. Maybe you need a little compassion. Whatever it is, acknowledge it. Don't fight it. Because here's the truth. The more honest you are with yourself, the more honest the world can be with you. If you enjoyed this video, you'll love the next one. Click here to reveal the dark secret that makes you you. Or click here for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.